What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the tutorial for a fall wreath. As we all in Minnesota appreciate the 9 months of winter, we do have the small brief chance to appreciate the fall weather. So we're going to dive into one of our personal favorite seasons of the year with the fall colors, the fun atmosphere, and of course the sweatshirt, sweatpants mentality. Okay, so what we're going to do first is point out what we need for this wreath for fall. You're going to need a glue gun, whatever size frame you're going to want. You'll want a ribbon at the top, maybe a couple of acorns. Don't forget your glue sticks for the glue gun, obviously. Whatever themed flower or pumpkin or whatever fall themed flowers and materials you're going to want to use. We like reds as well as some of the softer colors here, and hitting some of the warmer colors going into fall. So we've got some gourd, some pumpkin, some acorns, a couple of flowers, and some other pieces that we really appreciate. So what we're going to want to do is divide these into a few different categories to create this thing. So we're gonna have a baseline flower, which would be these, that will be on the bottom portion of the wreath. After you do the bottom portion, you're gonna have some what's called a filler flower, some thicker flowers like this. Get a couple reds in there if you have it as well. And then obviously the top portions will be flower based. If you have pumpkins or acorns or gourds that you want to include, that will go right on the top portion when you're creating this accent wreath. Now, depending on what your taste is, you can have some signs for one opposing side of the wreath. So we do about 2/3 of the way up, sign on one side with some fun fall festivities going on there. This one's pretty simple, but adds a lot of character to the wreath as well. So as this comes together, this will probably be the last piece that we're going to add on here next to the bow that's going to go right on the top. Okay, so now we've got all of our flower bases pretty much divided up, cut into smaller pieces, so that we can place them appropriately where we want them to go. So we're going to start with a lighter based flower system here. We're going to kind of alternate where they are to elongate where these go, just to spread them out a little bit so they look a little bit more full. So a little bit more here. And it's just going to be the base. They're going to be pretty light overall because we will have plenty of stuff going on top of here. So this looks good. We won't need any more than this. And you can kind of pinch them in together down here just to make them a little bit fuller. So we're going to go ahead and glue in spots here all the way around just to seal those in there. And then we'll go ahead and fluff them up after. Okay, so we're gonna let those sit for a second, kind of push and pack. That way they can kind of get sealed in there. And as we go, fill some more glue in there. And it will slowly seal itself in there. Now, we're going to go ahead and start to mix in some flowers here. Depending on your theme, we've got a little bit of a variety. We've got a couple different colors. We've got some reds and some browns and some whites. So that should all go really well together. Just going to kind of play around with an arrangement here just to see how spread out we can get this. And then we will plug them in slowly as we go. So we'll bend these a little bit to fit nicely. And then we're going to go ahead and start to glue as we go. And sometimes it's nice to just cut half the stem off and then glue the flower portion just to make it seal a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'll probably put one right over here. And then I'm going to actually glue the flower piece down to look a little bit better. And then we'll do something similar here, where we kind of take that flower piece and press it down. And then we'll have that sit there like that. Just like that, hold them down. Get that glue to settle in there. And then we'll probably go a little bit fuller down here, just with how big the sizing is here. So we're going to go ahead and pinch this one in right here. Get both sides buttoned down there. So a nice little base in the corner. And the theme of this is going to be kind of flowing along the corner, and then you have your sign off to the side. So as we get a little bit closer up here, get a little bit of an arrangement feel as we start to plug some of these in here. Now I think we're going to go ahead and bend these a little bit and approach it a little bit differently. Probably pull these behind here, like that, and then glue to the top. And hold that one down and kind of let it sit for a minute or two, and then we'll add probably 2 more here, depending on taste. We could maybe do these throughout here, and I think that will do it. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun videos from TK Homes.